So I'm 32, just got engaged to my partner, Austin, 35, and what should be an exciting time has already turned into a stress-filled nightmare. We've been together for 4 years, and honestly, we've always had a great relationship, no major issues, we communicate well, and we've always been on the same page about important things. But now, wedding planning has started, and my family is making things complicated, as usual. A little background, my family is very traditional, like big wedding traditional. They've always thrown these huge events for any major milestone, and weddings are like a family-wide holiday for us. My older sister got married 3 years ago, and her wedding was basically a citywide event, think 300 guests, and over-the-top reception, and it went on for days. That's the kind of expectation I'm dealing with now. Austin, on the other hand, comes from a completely different background. His family is small and pretty chill. They value simplicity and intimacy in everything they do. From the start, Austin made it clear that he wanted our wedding to be small, like no more than 50 people, and I totally agreed. Honestly, I've never been into the whole giant, showy wedding thing. It's just not me. So, when we got engaged, we were both excited to plan something that felt personal to us, something that wouldn't turn into a circus. We started with the guest list and both agreed on keeping it to just close family and friends. Nothing too crazy. The idea was to have a small, intimate ceremony followed by a casual reception. I was feeling good about it, but as soon as I told my family, everything started spiraling out of control. My mom, who I love dearly but can be intense, was the first to jump in. Before I even finished telling her about our engagement, she was already talking about guest lists, venues, and how we can't possibly have fewer than 200 people at the wedding. I tried to laugh it off at first, but she wasn't joking. She's got this vision in her head of this grand, extravagant event, basically a rerun of my sister's wedding. It's like she didn't even hear me when I said Austin and I want to keep it small. Then the emotional manipulation started. My mom's favorite card to play. She starts talking about how my grandparents would be so disappointed if they weren't there for the biggest day of my life, and how it's important to honor family traditions. I get it, I do, but this is my wedding. I didn't even know how to respond at first. I mean, how do you argue with that without sounding like a terrible person? As if that wasn't enough, my older sister decided to jump in with her 2 cents. She had the huge wedding, so obviously she knows best, right? She started going on about how it's family tradition and that I'll regret not having a big celebration. And of course, she's already offering to help plan it. I can already see where that's going. She'll take over, and before I know it, I'll be walking down the aisle in front of 300 people I barely know. Meanwhile, Austin is standing firm. He's been pretty clear about what he wants from the start, a small, personal wedding. He's not into the idea of being the center of attention at a massive event, and honestly, neither am I. We've talked about it a lot, and I completely agree with him. But now I'm stuck. My family is pushing for this huge event, and I don't want to disappoint them, but I also don't want to turn our wedding into something that feels impersonal and overwhelming for Austin. The real kicker came when my parents offered to cover most of the costs for a larger wedding. Now I'm feeling even more pressure. It's like they're trying to buy their way into getting what they want. I know they mean well, but I'm feeling trapped. If I say no, I feel guilty, like I'm being ungrateful, but if I say yes, I'm betraying Austin's wishes and what we agreed on. It's just one thing after another. Austin is starting to get frustrated, too. He's been patient, but I can tell it's wearing on him. Every time my family brings up the wedding, it's always about the number of guests, the venue, and all these other things we never wanted. It's like our vision for our wedding is getting buried under their expectations. We had our first big argument about it last week.